Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. It's Jo. It has been a little while. I've been busy over the summer holidays. My husband has 6 weeks off for summer break, so we have been enjoying holidays, and I've also been busy organising my craft room, so I really haven't had much time to play, but I did get this really pretty press plate. Pink Fresh Studio are now doing these really pretty press plates. I don't have a press plate at all, or a better press at all, but I do have my hot foil machine. So I really wanted to have a play with this and just create a card foiling the press plate, and this also has a coordinating die. So I'm keen to see how this is going to look. So what I've done here is I've also picked out just a few bits and pieces that were in my bits and bobs box. I have lots of off pieces of die cuts and just leftover bits that I wanted to perhaps use, so I've got them there to try. I have my plate getting nice and hot, and I have some foil. So this is just a matte gold foil. This is the Couture Creations foil. So I'm going to cut myself a piece of this. So, oh, whoops. It is stinking hot here in Australia, Perth today. My air conditioning is running at full pelt, which is why this is blowing around everywhere. It's 41 degrees here at the moment, so for you guys in the States, that is about 105 Fahrenheit. And this is probably our third or fourth day, so it's actually cracking. But anyway, let's soldier on. So I've got my foil, I've got my cardstock. My machine works better with some shims. You will need to know whether that is for you or not, but I'm going to pop my shims on top. And this plate has been heating for a little while, so I feel like it should have enough heat in the plate for me to pop this through my machine now. So just give me a second while I run that through. Okay, so let's see how this press plate actually foiled. Looks like we have enough pressure. Oh wow, oh my goodness, that's pretty. Check that out. That's really pretty. Okay, let me just get rid of this. Actually, I might leave that there because I was also thinking this may look nice as a letterpress. So I might leave that there. I've turned the heat off. Let me grab some cardstock. So all I'm going to do to get a letterpress look, I'm going to pop my cardstock on top, and then I'm going to chop this up with some more, just more paper shims, and we'll see how that works. So we don't need any heat at all for this. Give me a second, I'm just going to run this through my die cutting machine. Right, let's see how this has turned out. Oh wow, that's pretty too. So there is our letterpress look. This would look nice with some ink over it. Now I have two to choose from. Okay, let's get rid of this machine. Pop that out the way. Right, now, so this is the coordinating die. let's die cut them both and then we can choose. So this should just bring up the right way, yep, lay over the top. Excuse my head if you're getting a shot of my grey hair. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. So let's run this one through. Right, I'll be back shortly. We left with, oh, well, this cuts out all the little bits in between too. Oh wow, that's a bit pretty. That's really pretty. So I've just got a couple of these little bits here. We'll just poke them out. Wow, that's pretty. Is that all of them? No. I think that might be it. That's a really nice plate. Okay, let's just clean up this mess. Right, should I cut the other one out as well? I really like the look of this one, but I might cut this one out too. I don't know how this one's going to go once I die cut this, because it might push out some of that letterpress look, but let's give it a go. Hey, it's only paper, right? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's not a big deal. Okay. Right, just give me a second while I pop that through my machine. So it actually hasn't pushed the texture out at all. Oh wow, see, that's pretty too. Oops. Just bear with me a second while I try and poke some of these things out. I actually didn't clean the dye out before I ran this second one through, which is why there's a few extra ones in there this time. Oh gosh, there is a few more in here. I'll be as quick as I can. Okay. Right, now I have two panels to choose from. So where is my card base? I have my card base here. I'm going to use a top folding card, which is something that I don't do very often. So here is my thinking. Got another card here I have. Right. Oh wow, that's pretty. So I have this. This is so pretty, and I just cannot bring myself to cut it. So I think I'm going to have to pop this one aside and maybe use this on a scrapbooking page. I have things here that I already have foam tape on the back of. I do like a white on white look. But then I've also got these as well. So nothing fancy in today's video. There's no fancy techniques at all. It's just a little bit of playtime. Let's see what we've got here. Let's see what we can create. We've got that. Could almost actually get 2 cards, couldn't we? And then we just need some sentiments. Do we like that orange? Perhaps we switch this up. If I remove that one and use this one, because then these two are a little bit different. So these little flowers here are just the Pink Fresh washi tape that you pop onto cardstock, and then they have the coordinating dies. I think I kind of like that. What do you think? Although I feel like, oh, there's a bit of pink in there. I feel like this orange belongs with this. Here we go. Here comes, in true Jo style, the fanning about. Either works, doesn't it? What do you think? Should we just commit? I think I like this. I think I like this better. Yeah, I do. And the reason why is because I feel like this foil part was competing with this die cut coloured piece. What do you think? That's my thinking. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm going to stick with that. And I'm going to do both cards. Why not? Okay, let's do that. So we need some, maybe some glue for the back of that. That'll be interesting because we haven't crafted for a little bit. Is this glue going to play nice or not? Let's see, hey? It surely isn't. Oh my goodness. And where will I find a pin now? So as I was saying earlier, and I may have mentioned it in my last video, I've been redoing my craft room. So I haven't actually had a chance to play much. Oh goodness, this is nice and jammed. I apologise. Right, let's see. Oops, we're good. Probably not a good idea to do it on my card base, but anyway. Oops, I found one that still hadn't popped out. Let's have another go at that, shall we? This one right here. There we go. Okay. So that was a bonus, having the tape on the back of this. I must have been going to use it for something else and it hasn't panned out. So I have lots of these little die cuts in little boxes. I like sometimes when I don't have a lot of inspiration just to pull out a stamp set or a stencil set or some dies and just die cut. And then I have them there for times like this, when I just want to make a quick card. Okay. And I'm thinking again, I'm going to swap these out because I like this orange with this little part of the orange circle here. How's that? There we go. Right, do we have foam tape? Just pop a little bit at the back here. And I don't have my sentiments with me. I'll have to grab those. Maybe I can pop sentiments on later rather than put you through the absolute torture of watching me trying to decide what sentiment to use. Again, this has obviously been used on something else and I wasn't happy and I've ripped it off. Does anybody else do that? They're so pretty, I can't throw them out. There's a heap of them on the actual roll. Try and take that bit off if we can. Okay, that might be okay. Nobody's going to see it, are they? Okay, how does that look? A little bit hanging off the side, but that's probably okay. That's probably not really a big deal. Okay, so we've got this one here done. This just needs a sentiment. Just pulling up those leaves a little bit. Now let's do something with this one here. Let's get the emboss piece on first. Oh gosh, she is pretty warm. I did notice a few people in the US on my Facebook, you're all snowed in over there and like temperatures that are like well and truly below 0 degrees. Like that's for us here in Perth, that's just never ever 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 gonna happen. The coldest it probably gets down to here in Perth would be in the winter. Daytime temperatures probably don't get much lower than 15 or 16 degrees, and we class that as cold. So generally it's probably around 18 or 19 degrees here in Perth over winter time. Okay. Oops. Okay, so we've got my background on. So I could stick this over the top. Oh, or I could stick this part here. Ah, yeah, I think I like that one better. Let's do it that way. Now, how are we going to do this? Because I don't have a lot of room there to play with. I'm just going to use, which is probably a little bit extravagant, but that's okay. At this point, I think it's maybe a little bit easier than glue. How's that? Whoops. There we go. That will work. And we're going to go in the middle. We're going to go down the bottom here. I'm going to go down the bottom. Let's pop this on some foam tape. Towards the bottom here, I think, and that way I get to see a little bit of that embossed panel at the back. Stick this one flat. And this one up on some foam tape. I need to try some different foam adhesive, because those red liners, they annoy me when they stick to me all the time. So how about here? Excuse me, I think that works. So there we go, there's my second one. It just needs a sentiment. This one here looks like it is, might need a little bit more tape under there. Let's pop it a little bit under there. There we go, that's better. Just hold that down a bit better. So there's my two cards using that beautiful press plate. So you don't actually need to have a Letterpress machine to be able to enjoy these plates. I will finish these off camera. I will add a couple of sentiments. I'm thinking that they will just be plain sentiment strips just across here, because I don't want to take up any more of that pretty press plate. And I'll leave photos of them on the Crafted with Love and Roses Facebook page if you want to have a look at the finished cards. Otherwise, thank you for joining me again today. Thank you for all your lovely comments. I really appreciate them. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and perhaps consider subscribing. I'd love to be able to share more with you. Until next time, take care. Bye.